How's everything going with your thesis?
I should be able to publish it next.
Well, Azar was one of
The newly appointed acting Grand Sage reviewed all of our.
acting Grand Sage?
Yeah, I heard that selecting. But it's all thanks to him that our research results. Once my paper is published, I'm definitely giving my.
They're really out of their minds, making alhaitam the...
Take it easy, Professor. I'm puzzled as well. Just going by qualifications, you're one of our most preeminent...
Fool! Do you think I'm angry because I wasn't chosen for the position? No! It's because he was one of my students, but he rarely attended class. When I asked him about it, he retorted that's what brazen arrogance, misery of miseries, for the
Professor, don't get so worked up.
Psst! Want to hear a secret? I've heard the new acting Grand Sage is from Haravatat.
Really? Someone named Alhaitam. Never met him myself, but he's a real hot topic right now. Lots of things being said about him. Hard to tell what. There's also a Vahumana scholar who's been in the spotlight recently. They say that he's a likely pick to be one of the next sages.
Oh, is he teaching any courses? Maybe we should drop by.
Wow. News of alhaitam being the acting Grand Sage sure spread fast. Some people don't know who he is, though. Guess he's less... Some people are saying good things and others bad. Especially that old guy just... Hey!
The Matra.
The Matra?
I'm Ilias. I have to talk to a Matra.
In the state you're in? You should... Why don't you tell us what
No, I have to tell them myself. Sorry, can you lend me your arm?
Since you put it that way... We promised to take him to a Matra, but we don't know that many, do we? Oh, wait! Sino should be back at the Academia! Let's go find him! Hey there! Excuse us.
You two look familiar. Are you friends of Mahamatra Sino? I'm afraid he's... But if you'd like, I can pass whatever message you might have on to him.
We ran into this guy by the...
Oh? If you don't mind, why don't...
Siraj.
Siraj... That name sounds...
Vahumana Research?
Yes, one of their most renowned, in fact. I hear he's as daring as he is intelligent. There are rumors he'll become Vahumana's next sage. But please continue, good sir.
I want to report him for conducting a... He kidnapped me, tied me up, and took me to that horrible cave. Experimental equipment. I ran as fast as I could. A little slower and he would have caught me.
There's no rush. Please, what kind of experiments was he conducting?
I don't remember.
Huh? You...
All I remember is Siraj walking towards me, and then It's like a nightmare that I can't... Oh! I heard they conduct business in the tavern. We have...
Even if what you say is... But before that, I would like to administer the mod...
You think I'm lying?
Please don't take it the wrong way. Sorry, but can you two wait out here?
Huh? Alhaitam?
Let me bring you up to speed. First things first, Ilyas passed the lie detector test. This indicates that what he said is highly credible. As such, we've decided to launch an investigation. Per protocol, this matter was reported to Acting Grand Sage Alhaitam. After hearing about it, he left a message for Mahamatra Sino and then asked to join the investigation.
Huh. It's kinda weird for you to be working with the Matra.
You're overthinking things.
Really? In that case,
It's already against protocol for. Oh, never mind.
Don't you worry.
All right, in that case, Ilyas claimed that Siraj. Incidentally, Siraj isn't at the academia right now. It's close to the time that Ilyas had given.
That's right.
Oh, come on!
We're here, Acting Grand Sage alhaitam. What's our next course of action? Acting Grand Sage
Looks like you haven't read any memos lately. The new Academia decree clearly states that even a sage doesn't have the authority to interfere with the Matra's actions during an... If your superior were here, he wouldn't be asking me what to do. Instead, he'd be telling me to stay out of...
You're right. Understood. Then please wait here. Ilyas, please stay here.
Sure. Though I'd rather he just...
He's the same as ever, casually ignoring people just like he did back at Aru Village.
Answering a simplistic question only enables the questioner. Besides, I need him to understand my position clearly. Arav has just as many doubts about my coming, but unlike you two, he's making this matter more complicated than it is, with his considerations like, that question was obviously bait. The test was strictly
Why is this so
This is why I was
Excuse me, I've had a
No.
Haha,
Then why did you ask?
Well, for some reason I felt
Really? A misperception, perhaps.
Acting Grand Sage alhaitam, we've apprehended a suspect.
Siraj?
No, it's the Ksharawar researcher who has dealings with him. His name...
Acting Sage alhaitam. Wait, can someone please explain what's going on? I admit that I did steal some mechanical components from the lab and sell them, but just something... What have I gotten myself into? I know I let greed get the best of me, but please, I promise that this won't...
I would like to ask him a few questions.
Of course.
Do you know Siraj?
Yeah, that's the name of my buyer. He asked to make the transaction at the tavern.
What were the details of this transaction?
He's doing some kind of experiment that seems to require many power generators and electrical components that can only be found in our... He contacted me in private and said that he'd pay a large sum of Mora if I was willing to put some aside for him. We had originally agreed to meet at the tavern earlier today to do the trade. I sure didn't expect to get stood up. Or...
Perhaps Siraj was aware that Ilyas might leak information, so he intentionally didn't show up. Whatever the good news is, regardless of what Siraj was planning, his progress will now be severely hindered by a lack of power generators and Do you have any more questions for the suspect?
No, he's all yours. But I'd like to borrow...
Oh, that's fine. We conducted a comprehensive lie detector. However, I am curious.
I've read some papers regarding amnesia, and I'd like to try restoring his memories.
I see. We'll be returned...
Follow me.
Siraj didn't... alhaitam, are you serious about seeing things through?
I thought you would have guessed the
Huh?
Yes. We were classmates.
Oh, so that's why you asked. So you're not here because you're in...
You couldn't be further from the truth. But I wasn't expecting. For the time being, he submitted a thesis from violating matters regarding human evolution to attempting the forbidden and fearing none. The 6 cardinal... My opinion was that Siraj's research was both...
So that's why he's buying energy.
He's most likely trying to circumvent the rule.
That sounds super suspicious. Ilyas, can you try to remember things again? Maybe...
I'm sorry, but I've already tried.
It is possible for a person to subconsciously forget some of their memories as a defense mechanism. However, these memories aren't truly... Now, Try to recall things you care about.
Actually, I feel like I've forgotten more than just the memories of the time I was kidnapped and experimented on. The kind of person I am but I do vaguely remember that there are...
Do tell.
The first is to get my paycheck from the academia. I'm not sure about the...
And the second thing?
Not unexpected. However, you're the only...
Losing your memories must be...
Oh, thank you. I have so few memories that I don't even... But amidst all that, it also feels like I've been... Nevertheless, I have you all to thank. Now, I do remember that I worked...
I see. In...
Oh, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitam. I've sent this period's research...
I did. Recent research...
Yes, though that is primarily because there are... But that can be a rather...
I believe you know this individual. His name is Ilyas. He worked part-time here, and he...
Oh, yes, of course. Though... Ilyas, where have you been these past few days? That was our busy period, but...
I'm sorry, something unexpected came... But I know I've caused trouble for everyone.
The other researchers have more or less finished. You remember Chan? He retracted his application. He's the 12th person...
Understood. Then, about my paycheck.
I'll pay you in full. Is this acceptable, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitam?
I have no objections.
Maybe I'll borrow something to read.
Ilyas? Long time no see. What can
I heard that you canceled your research project, so I'm...
Oh, that... It's really nothing special. I just don't feel like going anymore. I'm not the only one who canceled, right? I mean, people have had no motivation to conduct research lately, haven't they?
No motivation to conduct research?
Yeah. Say, who might you be?
Oh, don't mind me. Please,
Well, with the downfall of the sages not long ago, many of the projects that they led were put on hold. With the situation being so volatile, people are picking up random things to do to...
When you say how things will pan out, you actually mean what the new sage...
Wow, talk about blunt. But that isn't the only reason for the lack...
So what are the other reasons?
Well, because the Akasha terminal shut down. I'm sure you're all aware. Back then, the Akasha would respond. It was beyond convenient. We didn't have to spend an extended amount...
I see.
You get it, right? There are only a handful of people at the academia who are starting new projects. Although our names will be further down in the paper...
Ilias? What's wrong?
My head. It hurts. I remember now. I remember what Siraj... You will become Siraj number 36. Fuse yourself with a consciousness under my control. Think only...
Paimon doesn't get it.
It's what Siraj was researching and the topic of the thesis he had submitted. Collective consciousness and the path of evolution. Siraj believed that by achieving 3 objectives, first, he would rank test subject this overmind with that. Lastly, this system must...
Paimon still doesn't get it. What's the...
Think of it as linking many minds together and tailoring a given mind's assigned work based on its compatibility. Eventually, everyone's minds will be consolidated into a new form of existence that is both an individual and an organization. Siraj believes this collective consciousness is superior to...
Whoa. Squishy.
It's just as alhaitam said. Siraj gave all smaller numbers were ranked higher, so you'd be given more complex assignments like planning for the future. Siraj... I also recall that Siraj said his plan was proceeding very quickly, and that the hive would soon be complete.
Oh no, then we gotta hurry!
I tried my best, but that's all I can
Take your time.
What's off?
You were only designated as number 36? I'm not sure what Siraj is...
Please, wait! I heard you all talking about Siraj just now. Are you looking for him?
Huh?
Well, Siraj is pretty popular as of late. There are many who would give up everything to be a part of his research team. That said, I do know a researcher who received an invitation from Siraj. If you're interested, you can try to find her.
Are you Janaki?
Ilias?
Do you know me? I'm sorry.
Are you playing dumb with me?
No, I'm not. I actually have amnesia, so I've lost a lot of my memories.
And? Are you trying to say that I should forgive you just because you've forgotten what you've done? Or are you using the acting Grand Sage as backup to settle things with me?
That's enough. There seems to be a dispute between the two of you, but I have no interest in that. I heard that Siraj once invited you to join his project.
So, what if it is? Siraj did extend an invitation to me, and I was also I think it was about collective consciousness or something. Anyway, he said that I could be number 45. No one wants to be placed at the bottom. Certainly not me.
Ilias is number 36, and Janaki was supposed to be number 45. Ugh, just how many people did Siraj have his eyes on?
Tell me, did Siraj tell you how he assigned numbers?
Yeah. Remember how the sages took advantage of the Akasha? They left a document that records the amount of Yana energy that the Akasha... I don't know how Siraj got his hands on that
I see. He believed, putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on. At most, jnana energy can only be seen as representing a portion of a person's ability.
See? I knew I couldn't have only been ranked as 45.
What else do you know about Suraj?
That's it. He came. Is there anything else you needed? If not, I'm out of here. I've had enough of.
Please, wait,
You really forgot?
I swear, I don't remember anything.
Paimon can vouch for him. The match.
I see. You know what? I get angry just thinking about it. So I really don't have the patience to fill you in. All you need to. That's all I have to say. Goodbye.
And she's gone.
I really don't. But after she said that, I guess.
Do you want to remember?
Huh?
Even though you're a witness against Suraj in this, no one can force you to remember if you don't.
I'm not sure what to do. Like I said before, for some reason but I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to go free so easily. I still want.
I can look up your file. Something that caused trouble for a lot of. Would you like me?
Yes, please.
All right, then let's return. Let's split up for now. We'll meet back here later.
Okay. Thank you all.
Relax, Ilyas. Being nervous accomplishes nothing.
That's true. I'll also try my.
I'm holding you to that. Okay. The important files from the last few years should all be here.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Anyway, I found Ilyas's file. Let's meet downstairs.
What have I...
This file indicates...
Huh?
Yes. Your report was found. This incident. What is it?
No, it's just... my head. Did I seriously?
Let's put this matter.
I'm sorry. That should have been something good to hear, but my body is instinctively rejecting it. I feel like I'll black out if I...
Take it slow. Just do what you think.
Thank you.
Let's head to Gandharvaville and deliver.
We should be close. Let me think. It should be this way.
Ilias, what are you doing back here?
Dad, it's nothing. I was just...
You sure everything's okay? Did they bully you again? It's all right. Ilias, what's wrong?
I'm fine. Just a minor headache. I have...
Back then, I told you not to be a hero. Look how things turned out. I can't imagine how things are going for you at the Academia. We've even been receiving threat letters.
You don't have to force yourself to stay at the Academia. You can always come back home.
I'm all right. I just need a little rest.
Ilias doesn't seem like he wants them to know that he has amnesia.
Hey! That's enough, you two! Ilias, let's find... So, how's your head?
It's much better now.
Same old, same old. Don't mind their nagging. It's just that after hearing a lot of bad rumors...
Conform.
Yeah. You don't remember? Ilias? What's wrong?
Ah, I see. I remember now. Don't worry, I remember.
You're acting a little weird today, you know? Anyway, I understand your decision. But Mom, Dad, and I just want you to be happy. I don't care if you're...
Your understanding is a great comfort to him.
Is it? That's good.
More...
Oh. Would you like to join us for dinner? I just happened to buy some extra food.
Sorry, but I still have things I need to take.
Well, that's a shame. Okay, I'll get going.
Don't worry. I won't do anything to make you guys...
You remember now?
Yes. Thanks for that. You know, you don't...
Is that your way of conveying gratitude?
Oh, my apologies. But I meant every word. Remember, I said that there was a sense of familiarity, but...
Loathing?
Yeah, but having spent some time with you, I realized that you're not... Strange, isn't it?
My strength is that I don't care about what others think. If you could also develop this quality, then you won't be as bothered by
It'd be great if I could think like you.
Really? That's great! Paimon remembers that you said there are 2 things that you had to do. What about the other one? Are we not gonna...
There are more important things at hand. We have to stop Siraj before he completes his collective con...
You're right. Let's head...
this is the place.
It's so well hidden. But there's nothing spooky about it.
A grave oversight.
Weird. It's bigger on the inside than Paimon imagined. Ilyas, do you remember this place? Huh?
I don't sense him nearby.
Did he get separated from us? Should we wait?
There's no need for that.
Alright. We'll continue in and see if...
It's okay, Ilyas. You've done more than enough for me already.
I don't understand. Everyone knows that Johnny, he shamelessly used your thesis to send in a project application.
Do you know how many people are working on that project? If Johnny was kicked out because of academic fraud, that...
But he's obviously... he throws you the hardest work, and after you're done pulling all-nighters, he struts around with your research data and takes credit for it. That's not right!
A lot of people warn me to not say anything, and I think they have a It's okay. He's at least paying me.
Half a year of your... He's treating people like cattle.
Enough. It's fine. I just need to suck it up and get it done.
What's the matter? Huh? You could read...
Of course, I was also able to see those memories just now.
Connecting...
It's clear that this place isn't a work in progress. The hive has long been finished. The collective consciousness project is already complete, and not entirely. Keep walking and you'll see why.
By royal decree.
Well now.
Just silence!
Oz, Wings of darkness! Come, sever night!
flicker.
It's completely different from what Ilyas said. This place looks like it's been done for a while.
Contributing to the collective by only thinking to your strengths. How easy.
Alhaitam. Just thinking of that name fills me with hatred. We must get rid of him.
An entire year's worth of work down.
You could have played hero any time. So why couldn't you have waited until the project was complete?
I don't understand what you guys are saying. Are you saying you don't care that Raju jumped to his death?
It's a shame. What happened to him? I thought he was... Everyone has been working hard.
In any case, we're done with. None of this affects you at all. But do you now our futures are up in the air? If worst comes to...
I'm sorry.
There's no need for an apology. It's not like I'll accept it anyway. You'll pay for this.
Hey, you're blinking out again.
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. Save your words for when.
Alias, this is all very strange. Is there really no research group? Well, to pass this course, you must complete a paper with other researchers. I know you're a hero for fighting academic fraud, but well, we can't make... Maybe you should try to improve...
I understand.
You seem troubled.
Who are you?
Where are my manners? My name is Siraj.
Siraj? I've heard of you before.
The world hates people who don't... After you reported Johnny for academic fraud, you were ostracized. However, I'm working... How about it?
What did you see?
Paimon can't believe it! No! Siraj... Ooh, Paimon's so mad! We're gonna find him, and we're gonna make him...
You've come. I intentionally slowed my integration into the collective consciousness because I wanted to see you one last time. And I wanted to apologize to you as him. It was only to throw off the mantra and bring alhaitam to the hive. That...
You were already Siraj number 36? But you...
Yes, I truly did forget many things during that time, even my identity. And, however, it's not that I got scared and forgot. I chose. It's difficult to fool alhaitam, So I had to create the perfect guise for my...
And the best guise is when you believe your own lies.
Correct. I only told you that the hive was incomplete because it was finished a long time ago. Only here can I be true. That's all I wanted to say. After I...
Is this your decision?
Yeah, the person we know is Ilyas, not Siraj number 36. The outside world is painful sometimes, but
Do you need more time to consider, Ilyas?
Hey, who are...
That.
So you're that
Giga jerk? How bold of you.
You...
I modified Akasha terminals to... I assign numbers to here.
You're just trying to justify...
Then I ask you, what's the difference between... There are researchers at the academia. People are so obsessed. Isn't that right, Ilyas? There's no need to deny this. And the terminus of conformity? Welcome to the hive. A few simple words from you, and my research was consigned to nothingness. Of course, I'm well aware that you don't care about it, but I didn't give up.
When we arrived, I noticed many...
Oh, you noticed that? The answer is the academia. They're the collective consciousness. Everything has been proceeding smoothly. You are... The project will snowball.
We won't let you do this!
What can you achieve with mere words? Return to the hive, number 36.
Yes.
Wait! Don't go back! And you aren't an outcast!
That's easy for you to say, given that you're travelers. Will you two continue to stay at the academia? Return, number 36. You know as well as I do that comforting...
Ilyas?
You two are just as arrogant as all... You think that everyone should... I allowed number 30... Alhaitam, do say a word or two. I will consider them as your last.
I made those words quite clear a year ago. The model you presented was extremely unstable. No amount of gear... It can't be helped. If you were clever enough to realize those problems, then you would have been aware that the hive changed when Ilyas returned to this collective...
What?
What's happening?
The collective needs motivation to execute its plans, just as machinery requires energy to That's why you, as the Overmind, synchronized your hatred of me into the collective, prompting them to create and execute a plan to eliminate me. However, when Ilyas returned to the collective, his memories and emotions were shared with the rest of its members.
Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person. Strange, isn't it?
This contradicts the hatred you had provided them, and these two differing emotions will give rise to new
So that's it! Wait, so you knew that Ilyas would return, and then you pretended to keep him around just to fool... Wouldn't expect any less from you, Alhaitam. Once the collective consciousness bugs out, we'll take the... wait.
Alhaitam, I told you. You're too arrogant. Did you really think that Ilyas's return had indeed introduced abnormal emotions into the hive? Your struggle has been in vain, and it's time to end it.
So many monsters, and something feels...
I also integrated monsters into the collective, though I ranked them last. Even so, they are part of it. Despite their lack of intelligence, perfect cooperation can be achieved. Much like... Now then.
Hey, Alhaitam? Your plan didn't work, so what do we do now?
I've already sent my gift to the You two just need to brace yourselves for the nuisance.
Well, alright.
Oh, so sorry. A process of elimination.
By royal decree.
Bow your head.
Here you are.
Settle.
Alhaitam isn't that bad of a person.
But it has to be done. He must be eliminated so that we can evolve.
I didn't foresee this.
You see? That is the will of the collective. Even with the hatred gone, they continue their work. An external anomaly.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Be sanctified. Settle down. Bow your head.
He won't hold out for much longer.
He's a lot tougher than we imagined.
Something's gone wrong with the Academia. The march.
Settle down. By royal
What's going on? What's with this sudden influx of information? Silence! As the Overmind, I command you!
Wings of darkness, come, sever night from Let the mighty be humbled. Bow your head. Oz, reveal thyself. Settle down.
How is that possible? Why hasn't it been resolved yet?
Was there an error in his judgment?
The will of the collective cannot be wrong. The Overmind must have made an error in his judgment.
But Siraj is the most intelligent among us. He is number one. His judgment is the optimal one.
Is that true? No, not necessarily.
An oversight on my part. Silence. Oz, Let the mighty be humbled.
What have you done?
Calm down. Don't you have an easy way to figure this out? You were only designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number. Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
What you said to Ilias has now become a memory shared by all members of the Hive. I see it now! You've channeled and amplified their selfish desires! You're trying to destroy my Hive from the inside out!
Human minds are not infinitely pliable, and your Hive has stretched many of them to their limit. Once your authority as Overmind starts to wane, it won't be long before your subjects snap back. Is it worth living here like a machine? Being a tool for the rest of my life? As soon as one person begins to have these thoughts, selfishness, doubt, and fear will propagate, thanks to the web of consciousness that you built. At this stage, your so-called Hive has already fallen.
It's not over yet. I am the Overmind! There has to be a way!
It's too late. Once the desires of the Hive accumulate, beyond a certain threshold, they will kill their king.
I wouldn't have suffered such a disgraceful defeat if I was the Overmind.
My number shouldn't be so far down the list! Siraj is alive!
This isn't what we agreed to!
I should be the one in your position!
The Hive shut down? What happened just now?
Members of a collective consciousness are more likely to reach. For example, Ilias did have differing perceptions, but he ultimately followed. However, this system is far from perfect. Based on this logic, the disturbance that Ilias caused wasn't for naught. It made the collective setbacks in the plan further apprehension, but in the Hive, where there are no secrets, negativity, a few words were enough. Believe in the power of words, Siraj.
You were already thinking of a way to destroy the collective consciousness. You knew that Ilias was the bait all along? But how did—
I knew it from the moment I saw him. Moreover, I never looked down on you. My opinion of you has always— You have a naive view towards the concepts of collective consciousness and human evolution, but you are intelligent and disciplined. You would never let a test subject escape. Mistakes like that are beneath you, and you also won't leave any mistake without a resolution.
I never thought I'd hear those words come from you. But if you're saying that out of— I know very well that you've never viewed me as an equal. When you were with us, you always had a— You don't need to hide it.
Your perspective is entirely born from your habitual way of looking at things. From your perspective, you probably think I'm like you, someone who doesn't fit in. However, I've never placed I just want to distance myself from meaningless noise and look at everything On the other hand, you have failed to come to terms with who you truly are. You care—
You mean to say that I'm the arrogant one?
Is that not so? Arrogant, and you view people as a simple, mediocre collective, while you regard me as one of your kind.
Regardless, I have lost. You can take me back to the
You will stand trial, yes. But arresting people isn't in my job description. I'm just an ordinary staff member. I believe it is the general
Sino? What are you doing here?
I followed the symbols. Looks like things have already been settled.
Symbols?
I left a similar picture in my letter to him, and I made several similar symbols on the way here.
Wait, what do you mean you left? Oh, Paimon remembers! When Paimon first saw you, So you really did know that something was up with Ilias from the start!
It'd be best if you didn't spout nonsense. I never employed any mode of trick. By the way, I came across some information at the Academia a few days ago. If you
Seriously? By the way, Sino, Paimon heard that Siraj sent more people to the Academia. We can't let those jerks get away!
Don't worry. The Matra have started screening suspicious persons. And this was likely one factor that caused the Hive's consciousness to—
Good. See you.
And off he goes.
Oh no. Oh no. I was involved in all— What came over me? How could I do—
We were accomplices without knowing it. Whether he's the scribe—
We can discuss the future later. Leaving the collective left me with a— I didn't feel anything towards Alhaitam at first, since he wasn't well known. Siraj made us hate Alhaitam, and we blindly accepted that hatred and thought of him. From how things look, we've done a lot of irrational things.
I guess we're getting what we deserve. Could you help us apologize to Alhaitam?
Sure.
It's okay.
It's time to go.
Let's go.
So, were they all duped? We can ask alhaitam.
Looks like I can't exist as Siraj. When I was at Gandharvaville, I thought about whether I should just come forward with the truth. But I didn't have the courage then. So in the end, I lost my sense of justice.
Ilias?
Don't be sad. I'm the one who deceived. However, I didn't come out. I realized that the understanding that gave me courage.
You can do it.
Thanks. Can you... Also, please apologize to Alhaitam for...
All the test subjects have been taken away. I'll have my subordinates. Are you two hurt?
Hyman's fine.
Get some rest. Oh, watch out for any of Siraj's associates.
Okay, you stay. Let's go meet up with Alhaitam.
The matter's settled. We can... Judging by your faces, it seems like you two still have some questions. I respect your curiosity.
Hey, we're not your...
You couldn't tell that was...
What? Are you kidding me? You're not leaving today until you explain what happened back...
See ya.
Hold it right there!
Are you done? Your behavior is reminding me of...
Stop changing the subject!
It's too much of a hassle to explain everything from the top. You know... You'll know when we get there.
Is this your home?
Yes.
What's with you all of a sudden?
Ah, you're back. Quick, come help me see if this painting's all straightened. Huh?
Stop making...
You're not from the academia, are you?
I'm unsure she's seen you before.
Wait, what?
What?
Oh, you guys are...
Yes?
I keep a few books on collect...
Hey! You're Sorry, I know we've only just met, but I have to ask. Are you, you wouldn't happen to be actors that alhaitam hired to pretend to be his friends, would you? Guess not. I've never seen him invite friends home before, so please excuse my surprise.
But aren't...
I wouldn't... Okay, well, we...
Huh?
Don't worry about it. Mine...
You seem like you got a lot going on.
Are you serious? How could you... Of course.
What?
Still.
Judging by the deafening din coming from the living room, you all must be getting along.
Entertain your own friends, why don't you?
I'll leave the books here.
Paimon's dizzy from reading. This is way too complicated. Why don't we just... Paimon wants to know, Oh, how did you know about the collective...
A year ago, Siraj presented his thesis to the Grand Sage, who offhandedly asked for my opinion. I actually responded with 2 lines. The first, as I've already said, was that his research was on human evolution, a subject prohibited by the academia. The second was that I thought the direction of his research was too extreme, but his approach too conservative.
Wait, that's too conservative? He built such a large lab, gathered all those...
One way to stabilize a collective consciousness is to remove the test subject's humanity altogether. The optimal solution to achieve collective consciousness is to focus solely on the overmind.
That's way too dangerous. You're not seriously
I'm merely stating the facts. If Siraj had done that, I would have felt his work to be just as senseless. It's impossible for any species to evolve overnight, and humans without their humanity cannot be called humans. That's why the academia prohibited research into human evolution. Most research of this kind tends to run contrary to
Ha! That's rich coming from you. If humans aren't humans without their humanity, then...
What about you? Are you going to devolve into a fungus?
At least I'd be a fungus with empathy. Sorry for eavesdropping, but what happened to you guys?
Sort of.
Are you all okay? Huh. So that's how... Such is life. If only he'd known, alhaitam could have stayed indoors. Plus, he could have helped me with the housework for once. See those books? They've been sitting there waiting for...
Can you feel the awkwardness in the air? I hope you're aware of your lack of...
Oh, so the pot's calling the kettle black, is he?
I'm doing quite well. Much better than that painting you're trying to hang on the wall.
You don't understand anything.
Paimon can't tell which of them is more problem.
You whisper very loudly.
Oh,
Do you have any more questions?
let Paimon think. Oh, by the way, the other research...
I bear them no ill will. More accurately, I don't really care about what they To some extent, they were all...
Ilias also said that he wanted to tell us the truth at Gandharvaville, but he apologized.
It doesn't matter. I never considered asking him to come. Judging from his experiences, he's more courageous than the average person. There's no need to lay even more criticism on him. Criticizing the brave... I'm going for dinner in 10 minutes, so I'll feel...
Paimon doesn't have any more questions. How about you? Oh, yeah. You only started investigating with the Matra at the Academia because... But after meeting Siraj, it didn't seem like you were interested in him or his...
I had no interest in him personally, but I was curious as to why so many people were willing to form a collective I now understand the reason. Correct. The fall of the Sages and the shutdown of the Akasha terminals deeply affected the The fact that Siraj's project attracted so much interest despite not being approved speaks to the lack of research projects as of late. As the acting Grand Sage, I'll have to In addition, what happened to Ilias is worth our attention. Reporting academic fraud was the right thing to do. He didn't...
Paimon understands now. Oh, you're pretty serious.
I think minimum viable seriousness is a...
Wait, your resignation?
Yes. I don't think Siraj knew about that. If he had waited just a few more days before acting, I would have already resigned. What he'd do then wouldn't have been any concern of mine. However, even without my input...
But why do you want to resign?
I'm not suited to be a sage. If I serve as acting Grand Sage for... It's important to keep your...
Oh, now that you say that, Paimon's...
See ya.
The name Siraj doesn't ring a bell. Was he in your class?
He isn't someone who would leave an impression, so it's expected that you don't remember him.
I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm delighted to see that you have a base amount of
And I suppose they'd let everyone—
Again, that's mighty rich.
But my salary will likely—
Wait, what? How come?
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his
You... I took time out of my day to clean—
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to buy some—
What? Are you trying to annoy me to death?
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
Fine!
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming features at all?
Artistry, for sure!
So I'll have to bring you along and then—
Of course!
But why would I do that? It would just—
Can't you just be nice and not—
Pretending that you're not in—
Speaking of which, your friends won't—
There's no need to hide it.
What? No, it can't be.